Hello to all and welcome. My name is Melinda and this is Universe Lovers. Today's video is going to be all about a gel pedicure. I know that, sometimes we go through rough times or we work too hard, or we forget, or we're just too lazy. And our feet start looking crazy. They're looking dry, our toenails are super long. They're starting to break off because they're getting stuck on things. And it's just time for a pedicure. Where that's kind of where I was. So I wanted to make this video showing you how I do a detailed pedicure with an e-file. Also, I use some nippers. I like to use a mixture of both, but it's totally your preference. I know e-files, not a lot of people are, comfortable using it, but, with time it'll come, it'll get easier. I was the same. I was like, oh, you know how many cuts and dings and dents I've left on toenails, like mine personally or family, because I had to learn how to use the e-file. So don't feel like you're alone. We are all in this together, girl. We're learning step by step and we're getting better day by day. So here you see I am taking my nail file. This is a 180 grit nail file. Now, for those of you who don't know, when you're using a nail file on your natural nails, you definitely want to use a 180 grit nail file. Anything lower is going to be very rough for natural nails, and it's going to leave a lot of almost like loose ends of the nails, like little like skins of the nail, right? Because it's breaking, is too rough. So you want to make sure to use 180 grit. It's going to be a lot more gentle and easy on your natural nails. Now I'm also pushing back my cuticle with a cuticle pusher. I cut my nails a little shorter than usual, but the reason is by the time I cut my nails to a length that I feel happy with, that it's not going to be on top of anything or like getting stuck on anything, I then push back the cuticle, which now gives me extra room, which gives me extra nail estate. I have more room and my nail now looks much longer. It's elongated because I have pushed the cuticle back and now I have extra space. So I just make sure to push that back, and I'm being very gentle, although it doesn't look like it because of the video and it just looks like I'm like jamming my toenail, but in all reality I'm just pushing it back because if I push back too hard and I hit the hyponychium, then it'll show, it'll bleed, it'll be very sensitive. So just make sure to be careful and feel it out. If you feel like it's being pushed a little too far back, then you push too far back. That's just how you learn in life. Anyhow, I'm now using my e-file, and I'm using it with a pointy bit. This bit is made for Russian manicures. And I'm going to tell you the truth. When I saw this bit, I was like, I am not using that. I saw it all over social media, saw it on YouTube, and I'm like, nope, not for me. It can get a little bit scary when you see a pointy bit like this. But in all reality, after testing it out and trying it out multiple times and on different types of skin, I love this bit. It's become one of my new favorites. What it does is it helps take off that sticky cuticle layer that's like right under, because sometimes you'll push your cuticle back and then you'll go in with the nippers and you'll cut off and there's still cuticle under there. And there's only but so much you can get with the cuticle nipper. Sometimes you need those bits that are made for the electric e-file that just lift up that remainder of the cuticle. So that's why I use a mixture of both a cuticle nipper and an electric e-file with different bits. Now, I don't remember the name of these bits. I know they come in a set, and usually this one right here is my go-to. But I'll definitely link it. I have to find it on Amazon. I definitely bought it on Amazon. Now I'm going to go in with my cuticle nippers, and this is just to take off the little bits of skin that I have left over. Sometimes it's just a little bit, sometimes it's just a lot, but at this point it's just a little bit, and I'm just cleaning up those little areas where I see a little bit of excess skin. Now you want to be careful with cuticle nippers because those babies do cut and you will bleed. And you can't go too far, so really take your time and just go little by little, especially if you're a beginner, and then go in. Once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to kind of maneuver a lot easier, and they'll become your BFFs. I'm going back with that other bit that I used before, and this one just removes the remainder of that sticky layer that's right on the bottom of the cuticle area. So I'm just going to do that and make sure it's super neat and nice. And it makes it perfect, and it also allows me to, my gel polish to just apply a lot more beautifully, and the work just looks a lot better, and the toenails elongated. Especially if you have like stubby toes, you want to definitely make sure you take off your cuticle, because it's going to give you more nail estate, more nail room, just FYI. Yeah. So I'm dusting that off with a nail brush, and then I'm going to go with a little alcohol to just disinfect the feet and clean up the area. Super important, you know, it's another form of dehydrating the nails. I'm doing that here on each and every nail, and it's a process. You want to make sure that you're cleaning under each and every nail, especially the big toenail. There's always like stuff that hides on the corner ends, and you want to just like make sure you lift and remove those little nasty areas. And be careful when you lift the corners like that, because a lot of people, especially like me, if I lift a little too high, it just cracks right there for some reason. It's just always been like that. Some people have stronger toenails than others, but I just do it very gently, because I know that I'm prone to my nails breaking on the corners of my nails. So I'm just disinfecting once again, and I'm going in with the infamous base coat. Now, I skipped out on primer today just because I was doing this for video purposes. And I'm going to apply that gently to each and every nail. Now, base coat is important. I don't know how many times I emphasize this, but I will continue, because it has happened to me where I have gone through the whole process and I have not worn or applied a base coat, and the whole process was just thrown down the garbage, because after a couple of days without you putting on base coat and applying gel polish onto your nails, it's going to come off. If not today, it'll come off the next day, or the next day, but it will not last. So make sure that you apply your base coat and that you're dehydrating your nails as well. I forgot to buff my nails on this one, but my nails were already a bit dry, because I had sanded them down before with a e-file to take off the gel polish that I had on before. So my nails were pretty dry because of that, because of the roughness of the sanding bands. So now I'm going in with a black gel polish, and I'm making sure to be super neat and careful with the color black, the reds, the whites. Those are colors that are very difficult to manage, and they also leave like bleeding and spotting and staining. So you have to make sure that you're very careful and you take your time when you're painting with a black coat, and whatever like falls on the side walls or whatever falls anywhere else when gel polish is anywhere aside from the toenail, you want to clean that up quickly, because it will stain, and it's just really difficult to work with when you're a beginner. And even now, you know what I mean, it's a little bit difficult right now, especially because I'm filming, and the position that I have to sit in order to film is a little tricky, and I can't get to my nails as good as I'd like to. Usually I like take my leg and flip it over the other leg, and my toenails are literally right in my face and I'm painting them, but for filming purposes I can't do that. So I feel like I did a pretty good job for not being able to do it as I usually do it, because I was doing it for you guys, because I love you guys. But yeah, seriously, so I'm just painting the toenails, making sure I clean up right away, as you see here, and then I'm going in with top coat. Now I'm doing toe by toe. This is the best advice I can give you when you're doing chrome nails. Everybody's process is different, but what I've learned is that I do each toe individually. So I'll put my top coat, meaning I'm sealing the nail polish, and I'm using a no wipe top coat, so it cannot have any sticky layer, any inhibition layer, because it will not work. I have gone through this, it has happened, don't do it. I'm going in with a top coat. I'm drying it for about 42 to 45 seconds, not a full cure. And then I'm going in with the gold and the silver, and I'm applying it in the position that I want. As you see here, I'm doing gold on the outer edges, and right in the center, I am doing the silver. And these are the cat eye chrome powders, so they're gonna have like a reflective effect onto them, which is so beautiful. You'll see it at the end. As I'm doing it here, you're just seeing gold and silver, but in the sunlight, it's going to shine and bling and look galactical and beautiful. Oh, it's outstanding. Now I'm applying the top coat onto both of the, the last two toenails, and then applying the gold and the silver. Now you want to make sure that you are pressing this into the nail and rubbing it in real good, right? Because if not, when you go to wipe, you're gonna see areas that didn't get chrome on them. As much as you thought you did, you didn't. So you want to make sure you like really push into it, especially the corner edges, the cuticle area, and the free edge. So those are the three areas that you want to make sure that you get into. You got to really rub it in there. Just saying. It sounds a little nasty, but I'm just saying. So just like really, really, really push into there. As you see here. And I'm using black as my base coat of color, because if you use black, it's going to pop more. It has the dark background, so when you put these shiny colors on them, they're gonna just be like bling bling. If I used the white color, I don't think they would have bounced back with color and vibrancy as much, because I've used white before and I feel that it's just like, it's nice, but it's nothing like what black will do to chrome colors. Just my personal opinion. So use black if you want to use chrome powders on it, unless you're trying to do a soft, subtle kind of chrome look like the Hailey Bieber one. Then definitely use like a white or even a cream color. It's even better, and it'll give you that good soft Hailey Bieber chrome nail effect. Now I'm just topping off each and every one of my nails with a top coat right after, a no wipe top coat. I feel like even with this you can use a sticky layer, one that has an inhibition layer on it, because at this point it's just taking off the gel polish. But I don't think for the last coat that you put on, it matters that you put on a no wipe or a inhibition layered gel top coat. I'm applying some cuticle oil, which is super important, especially after you do so much detailed work on your toenails. You want to make sure that you apply some cuticle oil and then remove it with some alcohol and a pad. And make sure it's shiny, that way it doesn't take away from the shine that's on the chrome. And that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Just watch it. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Yep, fire, right? So sick. That's the cat eye effect. Just so you know, there's a variety of chrome powders, and if you're anything like me, you're gonna love all of them. And I love the chrome look so much that I decided to do another chrome effect look on my other 4 or 5 toenails. Forgot how many I had for a second there. So yes, if you enjoy my content and you would like to become a subscriber, then hit the subscribe button. And make sure you follow me on social media at Universe Lovers with a Z at the end. And I'll catch you later. Toodles.